It is KB or OneBarIt here, and we're back doing something very different. I myself play a lot of sports games, but I always do it off a stream because, as my wife says, who wants to watch sports games? But I am subscribed on YouTube to a lot of people that play sports games. And I was like, you know what? I suck. But why not stream it when we have nothing else to do? So I would like you all to meet Carson Blake, the new hotshot Irishman, also known as the Rainmaster, coming to F1 2020. Played a little bit of this myself. I am enjoying it. I am not an expert, so don't expect any Tiet Marduk gameplay or WinVal 2020. Shout out to two of the best racing streamers out there. I'm not super great. You're not going to see any 110 difficulty, full simulation damage runs, anything like that. But yeah, Formula 1 2020 introduced this thing called My Team. So not only do you have a career mode now, you get to build your team from the ground up. It is something that people like me and a lot of other people that play Formula 1 games have wanted in this racing game for a really, really long time. It's pretty exciting. It's pretty deep. Adds a whole new level of career, and just expands the game overall. If you are a normal viewer, don't worry. Our normal games aren't going anywhere. We're still going to be playing those. I'm not going to turn into a strictly sports channel or anything like that. But, I just figured it'd be nice to play. Have some fun. Wreck some cars. If you are an American like myself and don't know much about Formula 1, you're missing out. Unfortunately for us, they race a lot of the races super early in the morning, and I don't get to watch. It's not NASCAR. They don't drive around in circles. A lot of back and forth, and the cars are very, very crazy to handle.
The key details of your new team.
So we're gonna start building our team from the ground up.
We'll start with an easy one. What name would you like to give the team?
All right, we're just gonna be good old OneBarIt Racing. If you're watching this and you have it, and you'd like to kick my ass in a online game, let me know. Leave a comment,
Nice.
something like
Now,
that.
some kind of income stream is critical, so we need to sign a primary sponsor.
All right, so sponsor's gonna go on the car. They're gonna
Our
who's gonna give
primary
us money.
sponsor will pay a signing bonus to the team up front. This is vital to cover the early investments we need to make. They will also provide valuable weekly income for us. Each sponsor has a goal that they want the team to achieve. If we hit that goal, the sponsor will pay us an additional goal bonus.
Okay, so gold bonuses, they go all the way up. So Pacifico would technically pay us the most amount of money, but they expect us to earn 25 Constructor Championship points in a season. In Formula 1, you're awarded points based off where you finish. Only the top 10 drivers receive points. First place gets 25, second gets, I believe, 18, third is 15, and it just starts going down from there. And then whoever has the fastest lap of the race is awarded 1 point. So you have your driver's points, which are what you, the driver themselves. So if I were to finish in first place, I were to get 25 points. And then your constructor's points are based off what you and your teammate are able to get for that team in general. So if I were to finish first and my teammate were to finish second, that would be a total of 43 points for the team. So 25 constructors points may not seem like a lot. There's 22 races this season. However, we are going to be a backmarker team. In Formula 1, it is set up. You have like your top tier teams, which are Mercedes, and basically just Mercedes in real life. They dominate everyone. But normally the big three are Mercedes, Red Bull, and Ferrari. Ferrari's kind of shit the bed this year. They're not doing very well. And then you have your mid-market teams, teams like Red Bull, not Red Bull. I didn't mean to say Red Bull. Haas, they are a mid-market. Then you've got Renault, Racing Point, and you have your back markers like Williams, so on and so forth. So we're probably going to be towards the back, like I was saying. We're probably going to struggle. So we're going to go with one of the lower level teams. So this one, all we have to do is finish the full season. This one is finished 10th or better in the constructor standings. I think there's a total of 12 teams. Earn 15 constructor champions points in a season. Slingshot full TriStar as a team. Achieve 2 points finishes. I think I might be able to pull 2-point finishes out of my ass this year. So let's go ahead and go with TriStar.
Fantastic. Now we've got a budget to work with. Our car won't be going anywhere fast without a power unit. So let's sign a power unit supplier now.
So our power unit is going to be our engine.
We need both performance and durability from our power unit, but we also need to balance the books. We're going to have a lot of other areas to invest our cash into.
Okay, so the engine makers are Honda, Renault, Mercedes, and Ferrari. So Ferrari has the highest performance, which means they're the fastest and the best durability. I'm going to call massive BS on this one. Codemasters need to update the game. Ferrari has struggled mightily this year. So say we wanted to spend $4.1 million, we would get a Ferrari engine. But we signed a low-level sponsor, so we can't really afford them and a driver. Same thing with Mercedes. So we're really looking at Renault or Honda. Performance-wise, this is one less, and then durability keeps your engine from blowing up. Honestly, Hondas are not that bad. They kind of surprised everyone over the last couple years. Red Bull races a Honda, and what's cool about this is you'll actually receive little bits of boost from your engine supplier. So since we're a low budget back marker team, let's go ahead and start with Honda. Start with the small group. I also own a Honda in real life, so why not? Let's do it.
We almost have all the key partners for our team now, but we still need a teammate for you.
All right, so we had a $4.6 million signing bonus from TriStar. We used $2.3 million of that on our Honda power unit. So let's see who we can afford with our remaining $2.3 million.
These are the drivers available to be your first teammate. They all have their own strengths and weaknesses, so consider everything when deciding who to hire. Drivers earn acclaim based on their performances. When a driver earns enough acclaim, they will level up. The higher a driver's level, the more acclaim they will earn for their current team. And remember, the faster the team levels up, the faster our income will increase. The higher a driver's experience, the more resource points are earned to spend on vehicle upgrades. Racecraft is the driver's skill to effectively complete overtakes when opportunities arise. Awareness shows the driver's ability to avoid errors and incidents. Pace describes the driver's ability to set competitive lap times. Rating is a summary of the driver's overall skill level.
So he did a pretty good job of explaining how everything works. Basically, the big thing is your driver acclaim. A lot of these first ones aren't going to have much of an acclaim. Acclaim is how we're going to attract bigger and better sponsors to the team. The more sponsors we get, the more money we can get. It lets us upgrade all of our stuff pretty quickly. Experience, like he was saying, is how we get our resource points. And every time we want to level up our car, basically like an RPG, we need to spend those resource points. So we got Mick Schumacher, a couple other ones. Let's see. I'm not sure who to go with. Honestly, they're all not going to be that great to start. This guy's got, let's see who has the best pace. 58, 62, 75, 74, 65, 68, 79. So it looks like Matsushita has the overall best pace, and best pace is going to be just how overall fast. His awareness is pretty low, so he might be getting in some wrecks, but his racecraft isn't that bad. Experience is low, so he's not going to earn really any resource points for us, but he might be able to pull a couple surprise overtakes out of nowhere. So let's go ahead and assign the Japanese driver Nobuharu Matsushita.
Looks like we can afford this power unit supplier and teammate. Go ahead and confirm if you're happy. Here are the drivers interested. Looks like we can afford this power. Let's select or edit the livery we'll be running this season. We can add more sponsors to the car as we sign them throughout the year. And don't worry, we can edit our look at any time from HQ.
Alright, so
now we need a badge for our team branding. Select an existing badge, edit it, or create one from scratch.
Alright, so we don't get very many liveries to start. We're going to definitely low budget. This is what I got for pre-ordering the special edition of the game. As we play, we'll level up our character, so we'll be able to get some better looking liveries up in here. Let's just start with this one for now, I guess. Change the color. Let's see. I normally run purple, but it seems to be kind of the one that everyone's been going for lately. So let's mix it up. Let's do... Not sure. Yeah, let's get some neon green up in here. Why not? Really stand out. Alright. It is in your face. Okay, so we'll run that for now. Team badge. Create ourselves a new one. See what I can find in here. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good night. I am a noob, not very good, so don't expect much of anything. Alright, let's get that. And then let's make this one, we'll make this white. And then our background, we'll change that to black. Oop, that's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted. Okay. Background. Oh my gosh. I'm bombing this already. Emblems. There we go. Alright.
Last but not least, we need to pick team colors for the rest of our branding. You'll see these colors throughout HQ.
I'm just gonna copy the livery colors, and then we'll make this third color here, we'll make it black. Why
Great.
not?
That's everything we need. You can go back and edit anything we've done so far, and we'll come back here at the start of each season. But if you're ready to go, hit advance to head to Team HQ, and we can start our push to the top of Formula One.
Alright, so we're gonna race the full season schedule. We can break it up 10, 16, 22. But for this, we're going to do the full 22 races. It is quite a long, grueling season. So 22 races. And then we are going to do the full qualifying, formation lap off. I haven't really done much with the formation laps. Like I said, I'm not super great at this. We're not going to do 110 like I was saying. We'll probably put it at 90 for now. Get our butts kicked. We're going to be racing towards the back. We're going to race on 50% race length. No flashback, so if we mess up, we mess up. We are going to have full vehicle damage. Not quite ready for simulation. Safety car is going to be on. Race starts, assisted, tire temperature, kind of all that kind of stuff. And then, let's see. Like I said, not super great at this. So traction control. I'm going to do the corners only for now. I know that a lot of people are not a fan of all that kind of stuff. But I'm still learning everything, so we'll get better together. And yeah, hopefully I don't embarrass myself too bad on this. This may be like a 1-2 episode only thing and get roasted enough that I don't play anymore. But if you guys have any tips for me, let me know. Gonna have to talk to the press. All right. Define art, diplomacy. This is basically just saying how we answer questions are going to affect our team morale. Anytime that we start avoiding questions, the press will get mad at us, give us harder questions. And then as we level up our driver, we can get better answers.
Okay, we're live in 5, 4, 3.
Hello folks, and welcome to the HQ of Formula One's newest team. We've been invited backstage to gain an exclusive insight into what could be one of the most exciting entries in the sport for many years. Now, we've seen a number of new teams enter the sport over the last decade, amongst their number Manor, Caterham, HRT and of course Haas. And while some have proved to be successful, others have morphed into different teams and some have disappeared completely. What marks this team out, though, as being something different is that its owner is also its driver. Now, there's a rich history of that in Formula One too. Sir Jack Brabham, John Surtees, Graham Hill and Bruce McLaren all drove their own cars in the sport, but it has become increasingly rare in recent years. What's very special about this team, though, is that while the team itself is new to Formula One, so too is its driver and owner.
Whatever happens this season, you've already made the history books. Tell me, do you feel up to the mammoth task of both managing and driving for a Formula One team?
Honestly, I'm not too sure. It's gonna be kind of rough. I get nervous on streams, so I'm probably going to wreck a lot, have a lot of DNFs, and hopefully our pocketbooks are deep enough to afford all of my teammate and I's bad driving.
Every team needs two drivers, but what was it that drew you to your teammates?
I think that they're going to be faster than me, and yeah, we didn't have a lot of money, so I'm glad that they went with us.
No one aims to finish bottom of the table. Who's the team you're aiming to beat?
Well, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we finished towards the bottom of the constructor standings. Like I was saying, my teammate and I are not the most experienced F1 drivers out here. I'm sure our car is also going to be crap, and this is probably the hardest difficulty setting I've raced on. So I'm hoping that we can at least battle it out with Williams and not finish last.
How are you expecting the car to feel out on track?
Well, I think the car is going to be slow, but I'm really hoping that we can at least have good grip and the car doesn't feel too heavy. If we could do that, that'd be nice.
The other teams now have years of experience, both on and off the track. How are you planning to catch up to them?
Like I was saying, I don't want the car to be too heavy. But if we can get everything set up correctly, have a good chassis, good body, I think we'll be good.
Overtaking is a key part of this sport. How have you ensured that your car can take advantage of each opportunity that comes your way?
Hey, as long as I can get around those corners fast, it doesn't matter what it is on the speedways. There's a lot of tracks on the F1 calendar that are twisty and turny. So if our car handles good around the corners, I think we'll have a good chance.
And finally, which of your new departments are you most proud of?
We've got that Honda engine in the car. A lot of people like to rag on Honda, but I think they're going to surprise a lot of people this year.
well, that's about all we've got time for here. We will see how this fledgling team fares in its first Grand Prix.
Okay, great, thank you. That's a wrap.
All right, so as you were seeing all those things pop up there, it was like, they will notice that. That's basically affecting the morale. So based off how we answer those questions, they'll either get mad at us, get happy with us, all that kind of stuff.
Right, interview boss. You nailed exactly what the team's been working on. When you've got time, check the R&D tree to see our current progress and where we think there's room for more. And while you're at it, why not take a stroll around HQ and check on how the team's doing? This is where you can view our current facilities and the effects they're having on the business. You can also invest some of our cash into upgrades for these facilities.
All right, so research and development, this is how we're going to upgrade the car. So based off the answers that we gave, our powertrain has already got a couple upgrades to it. It looks like those are upgrades straight from the shop, so we haven't really done anything ourselves. Aerodynamic has 3 upgrades, our chassis has 2, and our durability has none. The little table that you see over to the right there, that's the complete vehicle performance. Starting at the top, it shows you the best car on the grid, and it goes all the way down to the worst. So Williams is considered to be the worst car on the grid. Haas is the second to worst. We are the third to worst team. If we come in here, though, we're actually not as slow as I thought we'd be. But yeah, let's see. He wants us to get a
we could go for something like
durability upgrade, and I honestly agree with him. So let's throw that on there. We'll come over here to activities.
It's important to use the time between races,
And this is how we set up.
Where these activities come in. Manage everyone's time as efficiently as possible to maximize the team's performance.
This is kind of how we just get everything set up, you know, what we want to work on our off days. So here we're going to go send our second driver to the driver training camp. This is going to boost all his stats and give us some extra resource points. So we don't have anything, so let's actually move that one off and then do, I'm going to go ahead and boost aero and chassis, and then we'll do the driver training camp. Okay, so got all those set up. We got $800,000. Don't think we have any money to upgrade any of our stuff. It looks like we're just playing on a little play seat right now. So this is all of our engine components. You only get a certain amount per year. They do wear over time, and you will have to take penalties that will lower you on the grid if you
This is the driver market. From here, you can
mess
see
with your
pertinent details on each driver in the sport.
things too much.
Compare them with each other and add them to your watch list. When the contract negotiation window rolls around, this is where you will approach any drivers you wish to hire.
Alright, we don't have much of a suit yet, but not much to choose from if I'm being honest. So let's do this part black. This part will go white. The yellow. Let's do just more black. Maybe like a gray. And then we'll do that lime green like our suit. There we go. Alright, there's our team suit. Let's change our helmet real fast to match kind of our change color. Alright. Let's mix it up a little bit. Let's go black for the main, and then we'll do bright green if we can get it. Not bad, I guess. Throw a little bit of white in there. Alright, cool. Gotta change those gloves up. Sorry, I know this is not the most exciting, but trying to find something for us. All right. Main color, white. Secondary color, we'll go black. And then we'll do our green. And then we'll do white again. Yeah. Getting an achievement. Almost called it a trophy. We're not playing on the PlayStation. Alright. Nothing too fancy for there. I doubt we'll be finishing on the podium anytime soon. But there we go. We are officially official now. So let's advance time. Everything looking good so far. And we'll go see what our car looks like. And there she is, looking mighty bland. Alright, so we already got a phone call from the sponsors. They weren't very happy that couldn't see the car very well, their name on the car. So we're going to come in here real fast and fix that. So let's make this black. We'll make it stand out on that green a bit. And then let's also put them right here. Why not? Make this black as well. All right. Got our sponsors. We're not looking that fancy if we're being honest. But you know what? We got to start somewhere. Keep advancing time. Getting some more money. Spending money. And let's upgrade some more stuff.
Me, this is probably what I'd invest in.
Alright, let's do it. Do we have enough points? We do. We'll keep upgrading some stuff. Kind of just doing the recommended ones. Not really worried too much about it. It is important to do upgrades, but like I said, I'm not the best at this. So let's go to our first race weekend. All right, so the first race of the year is the Australian Grand Prix. All right, so there's our teammate sitting across from us. Let's go ahead and get right in to practice number 1. Okay, so
Morning, boss. Jeff here. Thanks again for bringing me on board. You've found a lot of talented people for this team. I can't wait to see what we can accomplish. Our journey to the Constructors' Championship starts here today, and the car is ready to head out whenever you are.
All right, Jeff.
In the unforgiving world of Formula
He is our race engineer, basically a crew chief. And this is just practice, so it tells you all the things that we need to work on. We got team objectives. It wants us to complete a lap with 2 different car setups. Like I said, I am not an expert. I don't really know how to set up the car. I kind of just run the default settings. So, yeah. So let's go out here and get used to the track.
When you get a chance, make sure to run some of our practice programs. They don't all need to be done in one session, but there's valuable data there to help race.
Oh, listen to that Honda engine.
Okay, your goal is to get through as many corner gates as quickly and precisely as possible. Remember to activate your DRS in the DRS zone as well.
Alright, real fast, I gotta change that, us Americans don't know all that extra crazy foreign stuff. I'm just kidding, I just don't know how to read it very well. Alright, so we have our DRS, that's the drag reduction system. Here we kind of just gotta not suck.
DRS zone is coming up. Get ready to open it. Distance is on your MFD.
Alright, so you get greens if you did just okay. Purple means you did it perfectly. Means you carried great speed through there, didn't mess up the corner, anything like that. So for this practice program, you're kind of just making sure that you know the track, get you used to everything, get a feel for the car, general idea of how everything's going to work. And these streams are definitely going to be a little bit different. It's not going to be perfect. Like I said, I haven't really learned to edit videos yet, so I'm sure this is going to be super, super boring. And honestly, it might take a couple videos to get through one race weekend. When I play this on my own, it is full on. I spend all the time in the practice programs. I try to perfect everything, do qualifying, so on and so forth. So we may, not get to the race tonight. It may just be all practice, getting used to the game, getting used to talking while playing this game. I'm normally just very quiet. There's not a lot to talk about in practice.
That's looking good. Now let's try for purple. You'll
All
get
right.
a bonus for consistency if you can
So we
chain good corners
got
together.
a good score, but there was a couple corners. So basically, we passed the practice program, but it wants us to try to do even better. So basically, it just wants us to perfect more corners, carry more speed through the track, run a better lap, all that kind of stuff. I honestly don't know how many practice programs we're going to perfect. Like, I missed that corner. We don't have any flashbacks, so if I mess up, there's no going back to it. So in Formula One, unlike in NASCAR and other races, you have different tire compounds. So Formula One, they've got hard tires, medium tires, softs, so on and so forth. There used to be more, but it's actually changed with regulations over the last couple of years. So the harder the compound the tire, the less grip that you'll have to the track. So you kind of have to take corners a little bit slower. So like if I'm running a hard, I have to slow down a lot more to get through the corner. Where if I'm on a soft compound tire, it'll grip to the track a lot more, and so you run faster. The downside to a softer compound tire, while they are softer and grip the track faster, that means that they also wear out much faster, so you'll have to come in and change them. So you'll run a lot of different types of tires in Formula One, and it's a huge thing. You'll hear people talk about pit stop strategy all the time. Are you going to do a one stop? Are you going to do a two stop? God forbid you have to do a three stop and fix damage to the car, so on and so forth. So that's something that we'll definitely get into with this career mode. So far, we have chained quite a few purple corners together. Hopefully we can keep that up. You want to try and perfect practice programs, because if you perfect them, you get more resource points. And like I was saying, you've already seen us spent a couple thousand resource points already trying to upgrade the team. So far so good. Don't know if this lap's going to be a purple. I'm hoping it will be. But let's see. Just a couple more corners to go. This is my least favorite part of the track on Australia. Especially on a slower car, just because it doesn't grip to the track as well. I'm not sure if that's going to be purple. Let's see. Oh, we're going to be 5 points short. That sucks. Alright, so we'll go ahead and head back to the garage. And we will work on tire management. So this, it just wants to make sure that you don't tear up your tires too fast.
This test is all about tyre management. Try to control the slip through each corner and take extra care putting the power down at the apex.
Alright. Turn on the ERS. Basically here, we just don't want to spin the tires too much and wear them out. That's the fastest way to mess up your tires. Like I said, I know I'm driving with the racing line. I know it's not perfect, but I'm still learning all the tracks. I didn't play last year's game, and it's been such a long time. This is the first time I've ever really talked while playing this game. Normally my wife just sits here and makes fun of me. So once we get used to everything, we'll get that driving line turned off. But I know that there's some new tracks in the game this year. Alright, we've used up a lot of our battery. Our delta is negative right now, so even though we are doing a good job on the tire wear, our lap times are down. Means we're not going fast enough. So yes, we're saving wear on the tire, but we're slow. We are super slow, down almost half a second. We are down a full second. It is going to be a long season, ladies and gents.
We need to pick up the pace. We're not hitting our target. We'll need to rerun the program if we don't get the time delta back in the green.
Alright, let's try again. So far, this one's not looking much better. It's going to be a long year. I got a lot to learn in this game. Oh, and we hit the wall. I wasn't paying attention. So we're going to go ahead and head back to the garage, and they're going to have to fix that damage. Alright, let's go ahead and... Oh yeah, we gotta wait for them to fix the car. Let's go work on our ERS management.
In this program, we're looking at ERS management. This is all about managing your battery efficiently throughout the lap to hit your target time. The overtake button will drain the battery quickly, but it will also give you maximum power.
Alright.
Modern F1 cars rely on more than just internal combustion to reach their maximum power output. The V6 turbocharged hybrid engines generate an extra 160 brake horsepower via the ERS, Energy Recovery System. The power for this electric motor is recovered from energy that otherwise would have been wasted. The MGUK recovers energy from braking, and the MGUH from the turbo. The ERS system has a number of modes that can be changed on the fly for either more harvest or deployment, depending on if you need to charge the battery or gain more performance. Each lap you can only harvest and deploy a limited amount of energy. This remaining value is visible on the MFD. This system will also degrade with use. As your energy store wears, the battery capacity will decrease. Additionally, as the MGUK wears, the rate you can harvest energy is slowed.
Figured he could do a better job of explaining what the ERS is. So here we have to not use all our power while still being competitive. Honestly, our lap times are down so much. It's going to be a rough year. I have a lot of issues with the practice programs, if I'm being honest. So what we might do is just do the track, acclimatization, and then start simulating some of them at first. I know a lot of F1 2020 purists out there are probably shaking their heads at me, but not the best. Alright, we got through that corner pretty well. Using up a lot of the ERS here. Yeah, we are gonna fail this one too. Alright, lots of failure here on the first stream. A full second off the pace again. Alright, so that's practice. I'll work on it. For now, though, we are going to simulate the rest of practice. Get some points. We'll at least qualify, see how.
Let's see our top three again.
But we were the
Albon,
slowest.
and Charles Leclerc.
You weren't the
What an
slowest.
incredible practice session. The fun doesn't stop here, though. Join us again as the rest of the weekend unfolds.
Teammate was a full second faster than us, so at least he's getting a little bit out of the car. Alright, so like I was saying, we're going to simulate the next two practice programs. Get through those. We'll still get points for it. We won't get as much as if we were doing them ourselves. But I at least want to qualify for you guys, so you can see how qualifying works. Alright, let's see. So, that's just a breakdown of our resource points. Did not very good, but boost that team acclaim up a little bit. I know at level 2 we get our next sponsor. And let's get to qualifying. It is broken into 3 segments. You have the first, second, and third round. Basically, teams 22 through 16 will get eliminated. Then 15 to 10, and then 10 to 1 is set. And then based off where you qualify depends on the kind of tires that you're going to run for the race as well. Willing to bet we qualify towards the back if I had to guess. But you never know. We might get lucky. Alright, so take a look at the track. So far, temperatures and everything are looking good. These are the tires that we have for this qualifying session. So we're going to go ahead and run our first set of softs. We can only use all these ones that are grayed out. We cannot use. So let's go ahead and get a lap in real fast at the start. Park permitting regulations basically just mean that we can't make any crazy change to the car. We can't change our downforce. We're allowed to make minor tweaks and changes. Can't change your engine, anything like that. If you do, you take a grid penalty. So even if you like qualified 15th, depending on what extent of breaking the rules that you did, we could drop all the way back to 22nd. So let's set a first lap here. See someone else on the track out for once. Hopefully we can stay off the back row of the grid. Not the smoothest couple of first corners there. That was not that great. Car still feels a little heavy. It obviously doesn't have as much power to it as these front running cars are going to have. But like a corner like that, you should be able to take all out. But we're having to lift a little bit just because we're drifting through. It honestly looks like there might get some rain. Unlike NASCAR, Formula One does race through the rain. If it gets super, super intense, they'll call it. But they do have two sets of rain tires. They have the intermediates for when it's decent rain conditions and there's not a bunch of water on the track. And then they have full-on wets for when it's a full-on downpour and there's a bunch of standing water. So we definitely want to try to get a lap in before the rain hits, because you will obviously be slower in the rain than you will in the dries. Not a bad last couple of corners. I've seen worse. I've wrecked that last corner. I've hit the sand trap a couple times. Alright. We set our first lap. It was okay, I guess. And we'll take a look. We're currently in 8th place. We are a full 2.5 seconds off the pace set by Max Verstappen. So not great. There's only 2 cars that are currently slower than us. We are faster than our teammate4 so that's all that matters. We're going to speed up time here a little bit, go towards the end of the first session. Currently 4 cars slower than us. What's the weather looking like? Still says it's clear. So we're going to throw on a second set of tires. It says it's our delta time. That's what we set. It's going to improve by almost 0.3. So let's go ahead and speed it up a little bit more. And let's go get one more lap in and see if we can improve our position. I highly doubt that we're going to get out of qualifying 1. But let's see if we can at least get right on that borderline. As the track cools down, warms up, more rubber gets put on the track. You can actually see time start to improve at the end of the session. So it's definitely worth getting out and trying to improve on the first lap you set down. So far through the first corner, we're a full 0.2 up on our first lap time. And sometimes you can improve your position just based off a couple hundredths. So it's definitely worth sticking to it. Hopefully we don't mess up the rest of the corners. We get through that corner super fast. I'm super happy with that turn. Come up on here, slam the brakes, get back to the gas really fast. We are a full 0.5 second up on our previous lap time. Oh, I got way too much of the corner there. We're probably going to lose some time. I hit the grass. You can see that delta start to fall. We were up 0.7. But hopefully we get through here, come through, catch the curb just a little bit. We're looking good. Coming into the final sector, up almost 0.8 on our previous lap time. We got through here really well here on our first lap. Let's see if we can do it again. Oh, I went wide just a bit. Going wide again. We are just bottling this last sector. And you see that delta drop. We were 8 tenths up. We're only going to finish 4.5 tenths up. We really messed up the last corner. Is it enough to improve? Get us out of P1, qualifying 1. 19th. We did not improve our position. 17th. We did improve our position. Codemasters didn't know what to do there. While we were faster, it was not enough to get out of qualifying 1, unfortunately. How much did we miss the cutoff? A 124.0, a 124.1. We were so close. If I wouldn't have messed up that final corner, final couple corners, we probably would have made it into qualifying 2. I doubt we would have gotten out of qualifying 2, but still, that's really disappointing, knowing that we could have finished higher than what we did. So come race day, we will be starting P17, but we will have our choice of tires. Damn, I'm so upset. We had such a good lap going for us, and I messed it up on that final corner. There's going to be a lot of that. There's going to be a lot of thinking you're doing good and then just ruin it. Disappointed. All right, game, come on. All right, let's see what they got to say. It's going to be clear skies for the race. That's good. No rain, even though we are the rain master. So we will be rolling off P17. That will be in episode 2. I know that's not how it normally works. You normally see the race in the first one, but this is kind of just an intro. We already did a little bit of streaming tonight with Sly Cooper. So I'm sorry. I know it's not the best. I know I'm learning everything, so I do apologize. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I will get better at it, and then we'll try not to crash the car in the first race. But until then, guys, thank you for tuning in. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, give us a follow over on Twitch. We won't be playing this a whole heck of a lot, but if you do want to see more of it, let me know. The races are going to be pretty long, especially with no editing. I'll need to grab a couple of water bottles. It normally takes me about an hour, hour and a half to get through a race. But we might be crashing out a lot, so we'll see. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your night or a good day whenever you may be watching this. Stay safe, stay out of trouble, and if you're not going to do that, don't get caught. Till next time, y'all. Peace out.